delegates from Adamawa and Ogun have disclosed to People's Gazette that they received cash gift from Bola Tinubu. All yes, delegates were paid $25,000, and the Adamawa delegates got $10,000. Delegates reject Osinbajo $5,000. Yes, but all offsetting doubts over earlier expectations that the ruling All Progressives Congress presidential primaries would be grossly monetized. At least 5 delegates from both states told the Gazette in separate interviews on Tuesday that they were offered American banknotes to support Mr. Tinubu and Vice President Yemi Osinbajo. The delegates provided information under anonymity to avoid being accused of anti-party conduct that could carry severe disciplinary measures. Whereas Mr. Tinubu gave Ogun delegates $25,000 each to induce his acceptance as the party's presidential flag bearer. Tonight, Adamawa delegates said they received $10,000 each from Mr. Tinubu's surrogates. The delegates have converted on Abuja starting last week ahead of the primary scheduled to be held June 6 to 8. Ashiwaju's people came here and they said we should support him because he has the best chance to defeat Atiku Abubakar. It's all about to defeat, not to make Nigeria a better place, just to defeat. And since that is what he wants, just to become president, and that's all. The delegate told the Gazette. Then they said they didn't come empty-handed. Delegates from Ogun confirmed getting $25,000 from the former Lagos governor. They, however, said they rejected $5,000 from Vice President Yemi Osinbajo's surrogate. The Vice President's people initially said he didn't have any money to give and advised everyone to vote their conscience, the delegate said. But suddenly they came back to say he wanted to give us $5,000 to support our transportation and hotel accommodation. Delegates admitted they rejected the money because it was smaller than what Mr. Tinubu, perhaps the biggest contender for the ticket, had already offered. The delegate shared pictures of the cash gift they said came from Mr. Tinubu with the Gazette. At least one delegate claimed being shortchanged by Mr. Tinubu's surrogates. I don't know what happened, but they only gave me $9,000, the politician said. I am working now to get the balance from the person they sent to us. The Gazette was unable to clarify how much other aspirants have offered delegates. At least 5 aspirants are believed to remain in the race amidst intense horse trading. Rotimi Amici, Kayode Fayemi, which all of them have already stepped down. Well, spokesperson for Mr. Tinubu and Osinbajo campaign bodies did not return requests seeking comments. Politicians hardly own up to sharing money among delegates in public, but they also keep mum about allegations of cash inducement. Despite its widespread manifestation, law enforcement authorities have had little success with cash for vote schemes during primary and general polls because they are difficult to establish. The politician may deploy hundreds of agents via proxies to give money to delegates or voters, but disavow involvement in case of arrest or public humiliation. The APC certified 322 delegates to vote at the primary, with 248 allocated to Ogun, while Adamawa got 184. Factors including the availability of delegates often contribute to how much will be paid on a state-by-state basis. For instance, delegates in states with incumbent APC governors like Ogun will be more difficult to secure than in states like Adamawa, which does not have an incumbent APC governor. But aspirants generally channel their resources towards states in which delegates are up for grabs. Today's affairs mirrored that what transpired in late May, even when opposition People's Democratic Party held its convention also in the nation's capital. The event was widely dubbed a cash duel between Mr. Abubakar, a former vice president, and Governor Nyesom Wike, his main challenger. Mr. Abubakar got the ticket at the end of the day. You begin to ask yourself, all of you, a lot of people don't have sense. That is it. All of you who are rooting for whether Atiku or Tinubu or all these politicians, okay, now if you look at all these things very well, all this money these guys are spending just to make sure to do what? To serve you, to make your life better. If really they want to make your life better, all this money they are spending, why can't they channel it to charity to do something for the people? And how do you expect them at the end of the day, if they become president, how are you think they are not going to recoup their money? How are they going to get the money back? Is it not from the government coffer, from the public coffers they are going to get the money back? Or you think it's just a Christmas bonus? They are wasting all this money. If they have a 300 and over 300 delegates from Ogun State and you are giving them $25,000, how much would that cost? If you do the calculation, how much is that? $25,000 per person, and they are over 300. So when this kind of person comes in, how do you expect the person to recoup the money? You think it's just a free lunch, like seriously? And you expect things to go better? Just like we learned that the governor of Ebonyi State, they will embark on projects of a 1 million naira. They will tell you it is a billions of naira, and you will see the project and people will be shouting, "Hey, yeah, oh, infrastructure, infra this and that, oh, they have done this." Check the amount they spent compared to the amount they budgeted for such projects. That's why inflation and exaggerating things, just inflating prices, is the order of the day. At times they call it a, what do they call it? They call it a padding. They pad something that can worth 5 million naira. They will tell you it is a 1 billion naira. At the end of the day, all the money that we're supposed to use for good things, they will channel it to something else. If somebody can be paying such an amount of money, even Atiku, all of them, and you think Atiku, since he has been contesting to become president of this country, you think it's a child's play? He will not recoup his money back? Because it's that, if that is how they have the money, and yet they cannot do something tangible for the masses, they cannot all come together to say, oh, let us even do this thing in the area of helping the government. But no, that is not the issue. All of them collect money. Those delegates will collect money. At the end of the day, during election, people will still collect for 5,000 naira, 10,000, 2,000, as far as low as a 1,000 or 500 naira, and you expect things to be okay. Honestly, it's unfortunate. So guys, let's say your opinion and have your take on this.